Good morning, my name is Jeff. I'm with Sewer Tech Northwest, and today I'm at property address 7325 North Greenwich Avenue here in Portland, Oregon. We're located at the front of, we're in the basement of the home, the very front wall. There's like a little bar behind me or something like that. And then there's a 4-inch cast iron cleanout right up against the front foundation wall of the house. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. I do currently have the basin sink running. Here we go. Okay, here the 9 feet from the point of access, it transitions from 4-inch cast iron pipe to 6-inch terracotta. Everything looks good so far. And that joint there, it's hard to tell if that's a root intrusion coming through or if it's just old pipe grout that they just put too much in it, squeezed through. I'll try and check that out on the way back. Sometimes they can get things coming through the joint can get covered up by debris and they're difficult to discern what they are. Okay, and here at 14 feet from the point of access, now transitions from 6-inch terracotta pipe to 6-inch concrete. And I want you to notice, might seem a little interesting now, we don't see any water at this point. And the water is definitely still running, so we're going to reel back here a little bit and see where it's escaping the pipe. And it looks like right here, this joint is opened up enough that all of the water that's running right now is draining right into the ground. So we would definitely need to get this marked on the way back out for repair. I think right here, it looks like we've got some roots coming through, but again, it looks like they're covered up by debris, grease, and stuff like that. This joint right here is very separated on the bottom. The reason that the water is escaping the pipe is because of an offset joint, just like this one we're at now. Okay, here at 60 feet from the point of access, we have now reached the main lateral out on North Greenwich Avenue. I turned up the, now we can see water flowing through here. I turned the water up on the sink to get a higher volume to move through. When it was all draining out, I had the sink at about half power, I guess you'd say, half flow. So the slower the water is moving, the easier it can escape. But I'm sure plenty is still escaping even if the water is moving quickly. What I've noticed is that pretty much every single joint in the pipe is offset, and the reason the water is escaping in the first place is because of an offset joint. So just to do a spot repair at that one joint might then allow the water to get to the next joint ahead of it and escape through that one. I'll try to, as I reel back, see if any others are obviously allowing water to escape, but that will be kind of difficult to figure out as the water is moving over the top of it, often too fast to tell. I do recommend having a couple repair guys check out the video. I mean, the pipe itself is in relatively decent condition. It definitely has plenty of wear. It's possible that if that joint is fixed, the line may flow just fine from that point out. But all the joints may be just as bad in allowing water to escape as well. That's why I recommend a couple repair guys check out the video and just give their 2 cents on it. Because ideally, I think the concrete pipe should just be sleeved and updated so that we don't have to worry about the joints separating in the future and allowing water to escape in other places and allowing roots to come through. The pipe is getting close to the end of its life. Anyhow, it probably has another 5 to 10 years before all the aggregate rock is showing through and it becomes eggshell condition where the walls of the pipe thin out. I am going to get the water shut off, let it drain out, so I can hopefully see any other joints that are opened up and allowing water to escape. It looks like right here at 52 feet, I was going to point this out on the way out. Looks like we've got a root that's coming up through the bottom of the sewer pipe here. Could be a root, could be something else that the pipe has settled around and protruded up through, but this is indicative of a root. So I'm going to stop here, I'll locate and mark this spot. I am going to map out the line from the curb back to the cast iron transition, in case the repair guys think that the line should just be sleeved and updated instead of just fixing the one joint. Okay, I did a locate right here. Unfortunately, there is a car parked right where the camera is sitting, but that it is all the way out into the street at this point. It's about 2 to 3 feet out into the road. So more than likely, this would be a city issue to deal with, as generally the street portion of the pipe is the city's responsibility. I'm going to keep reeling back. Just wanted to point out that this is, you can see the separation in the joints here, and there is a reasonable amount of aggregate rock showing through at this point, so there's a pretty decent amount of wear on the pipe. You can see how offset that joint is at the top of the pipe there. It's offset by a couple inches. Anyways, I'm going to push out here to somewhere right around the sidewalk area. I'll start my markings at right here at 47 feet. This should be right around the sidewalk. I'm going to map out to basically the edge of the property at the street. I would like a couple second opinions to check out the video, and I'd like to see if the repair guys think the whole line should be sleeved. Because again, my concern is that, yes, that one joint is allowing the water to escape, but so could all of the other joints. We just happened to catch that one because the water was moving at just the right speed, that it was all draining out there and not going over the top of it to any others. So fixing one joint may take care of that, but the water may be escaping at all the other offset joints as well. Which is why I think a couple opinions on this would be a good idea. Okay, I did a locate mark here with a green X. It's at 8 feet deep. We're 47 feet out, and we're just about a foot from the curb. We're right in the middle of the grass curb strip. I'm going to go ahead and reel back. I'll do markings about every 10 feet. I'm going to do another marking here at 37 feet. Okay, I just did a marking. It's just a line with arrows showing the direction the pipe is going. Just mark the sidewalk. Did 5 feet 4 inches deep here. I'm going to keep going back. And just so you know, I do have the water running right now. You can see none of it's making it out. There's another joint that's pretty offset. Okay, I'm doing our marking here at 27 feet. Okay, I just did another marking here. My locator just said it was 8 feet. It's ranging between 6 and 8 feet deep here. The location's coming in very clearly, they all have. But when my depth's coming in like that, and at the street it's only, at the sidewalk it's 5 feet, that's a 3 foot discrepancy and only 10 feet. So I do recommend the repair guys relocate just to get proper depths, double check mine. The direction or the locations of them are coming in very clearly, it's all lining up nicely, but the depths are for some reason bouncing around a bit. There is overhead power lines directly above where I'm locating, which very often can screw around with the location signal. Here's another joint that's pretty offset. A lot of them are offset by about an inch or 2 inches, very consistently throughout. Right here is the one spot where I know water is draining out into the ground. Basically, the first 5 to 10 minutes of the scope, every drop of water that I was running went right out through this separation in the joint. Which is why I'm leaning towards having the whole pipe sleeved, as the rest of the joints might be doing the exact same thing. It's just hard to tell. It was lucky that I was able to catch this one, and the reason for that is that I have the water running at just the right volume, that every bit of it drained out right here. Once you get the water turned on any higher, a lot of it gets over the top of it and moves on to other spots. I'm going to go ahead and go locate right here. And then I'll do one more locate at the transition from cast iron to terracotta. Okay, I drew a green X here just to indicate this is the spot where I found the water draining out, in case the second opinions come back saying they should just fix this one joint. It's marked with a green X, and it's I'm getting 8 feet deep here again. So it's likely out near the street the line is deeper than 5 feet. That's why, because of the differences in the depths I'm getting, I think it would be or I highly recommend the repair guys relocate just to double check the depths. I'm going to reel back here to the cast iron transition. And I'll mark this with a green T. That's possibly a root intrusion coming through right there, but again, it's covered up by debris, so it's difficult to discern. I'm going to mark this again with a green T. There is a flower planter out front, possibly underneath that, but I'll mention if it is or not here in just a second. Okay, this is another spot where I'm having the most difficulty right here locating. My signal is all over the place, and the depths are bouncing between 6 feet and 12 feet deep. So I do recommend the repair guys check this spot too, so they know exactly where the transition is. It would be right behind the flower planter box, or I guess on the side closest to the home. It's possible it's right underneath it, and that's why I'm having trouble picking it up. And cast iron impedes the signal more than most pipe. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and drill all the way back out. Again, I recommend a couple of repair guys take a look at this, see if they think the line should just be sleeved, because my concern is more than just the joint at 15 feet could be open to the ground and allowing water to escape.